Hey there, I want to talk about procrastination because if you ever are in the situation where you know there's something you need to do and you don't do it for whatever reasons, right? You're procrastinating, and we've all been there. It happens to all of us. I remember when I was really excited about starting my podcast, and then I just never took action for probably nearly half a year or something. I was just thinking I want to do a podcast, and I was excited about it, but I was scared. There were those fears in the back of my mind, would anyone want to listen to me with my German accent? What if nobody would listen to it? And yeah, it was only really when a friend called me out and said, what's stopping you? But you're always talking about it. Why is nothing happening? That I realized, maybe I'm procrastinating here. And I just sat down and recorded my first episode, created the podcast cover, all the things, and got it done, right? Sometimes we need that help. And sometimes we also need that awareness that we sit with our feelings, with what's really stopping us from moving forward in our business, from doing the things. Why is this uncomfortable? It's probably not because you're lazy or you have too many other things going on. I mean, that might be, sometimes that's the reason, but that's where we need that awareness. So procrastination is the tendency to put off tasks even when we know we should be doing them. And it's that moment when the mind hesitates, opting for delay instead of immediate engagement. It's that subtle art of avoidance, of masking deeper psychological factors like fear or perfectionism. Oh my God, who's not faulty of perfectionism, right? Or lack of clarity. There can be all kinds of things that really are stopping you from taking action. And it's more than mere laziness. There are other things going on. It's this complex interplay of emotions and thoughts that hinder your progress, and that you have to face when you're an entrepreneur, when you want to create something, when you want to build something. It's incredibly hard to be so self-motivated, to get things done all the time, right? So if you struggle with that, you're not alone. Don't be hard on yourself, right? Let's look at what you can do to improve. To take action and to start implementing and to stop procrastinating. So, and as a yoga teacher, when you're a yoga teacher listening to that, or you're a mindfulness coach, or you're healer, lots of people in my audience, you already know that you have all those powerful tools to help you with procrastination, like discipline, mindfulness, self-awareness that you practice on the mat or when meditating, that can seriously help you in your business as well. So for example, on the mat, we practice discipline by showing up consistently, even on days when motivation wanes. Everybody knows that those mornings where you just don't feel like doing it, right? And you still show up. And similarly, in your business, that consistency is vital, right? So by committing to regular tasks, whether it's reaching out to potential clients or refining your offerings, you build momentum that just pushes procrastination aside. It's that consistency that you have on the mat, and you can move that and bring it with you when it comes to building your business. And another example from the yoga world, when we are flowing through a sequence, right? So we're flowing through yoga, the sequence, our focus is on the present moment. It's on our breath. It's being in the moment. Alignment, sensations, breath, right? All those things. So you can apply this level of focus to your business. You should apply this level of focus to your business, right? Really don't try multitasking. Forget about multitasking. Really try to be present for everything you do in your business. Bring your full presence to each task, and that's also going to help you with procrastination. And finally, yoga encourages us to turn inward, to listen to our bodies and mind, and that awareness that you develop on the mat, and then slowly it takes over your life off the mat and makes you change everything, and you become a yoga teacher and move to the other side of the world, right? Bring that with you when it comes to growing your business. Like when you notice something that you're pushing off something, that you're not doing it, sit with it, what's really going on. Recognize the thoughts and emotions and beliefs that lead you to procrastinate. So are you fearing failure? Are you scared? Are you striving for perfection? So you need to understand those inner workings, and then you can address them and shift them, right? So so that yoga philosophy, everything you learn on the mat, mindfulness, awareness, presence, consistency, discipline, that's going to help you already with procrastination. So just embrace that, right? Embrace that thought. Don't give in. Don't give in to negative self-talk when it comes to growing your business. So often I see that with yoga teachers who are so good, like when it comes to their yoga practice, and you know everything, you know, like the power of words. And then you say to yourself things like, I'm not good at selling, or I hate tech, or I'm just like, I don't need this, right? So, and that's just stopping your growth. That's stopping you from growth, from making a bigger impact, from showing up as the leader, from really shining your light. So be really careful with the words that you use in your business, right? Bring that awareness, that consistency, presence from the yoga mat to your desk, basically. So, and then let's look at other more practical steps that you can use to put to stop procrastinating, so that I use in my business, right? So the first one is time blocking. So you might not have a lot of time. You might still have another job. You have your classes to teach. Maybe you have a family or children to take care of. So create blocks of time dedicated to specific tasks, right? So this will help you allocate focus periods for activities like content creation or client outreach or administrative tasks. So for example, I do it week by week. So I work full-time in my business, or maybe like 6 hours a day, actually, right? That's for me is full-time because I'm so focused in those hours. And I have like days where I focus on specific tasks. So normally Monday is my content creation day, where I think about like what I'm going to post on social media. I create blog posts. I now I'm moving it a little bit to Tuesdays. I want to do those lives more consistently. So, and then I have days where I see clients, where I have coaching calls. And normally on Friday is more my day where I take care of administrative stuff, like paying bills, preparing stuff for my accountant, cleaning up files, all those things, planning the week. So I have like days in the week. So that works for me. It's been took a while to get into that groove. For other people, it might work for you. Like maybe it's like, okay, I have like 2 hours on Monday morning where I'm going to work on my social media posts for the week, right? And then I have like 1 hour or 2 hours on Thursday afternoon where I'm going to work on creating new offers, or preparing workshops, or creating a new retreat, or things like that. So that can help you, really blocking time blocks. Another strategy that I really love is crafting your sacred workspace. So just as your yoga mat holds a sacred space for practice, create a dedicated workspace for your business. So keep it clutter-free, keep it organized, and you clean it, maybe have some candles, some beautiful little trinkets, really make it like a positive space. And that also applies to your computer. Like when your desktop always looks like a big mess, like full of files and folders, and you don't find anything, that's not really conducive for a productive environment. So clean that up. So you're creating that space really to create from a really positive state of mind, that when you have that order and that everything is like organized, you know where everything is, on your desk as well as on your computer, that's going to help you as well. So I like to make this actually like a monthly ritual where I also like think about like, what are my goals for the month ahead? Like what did work well? So I want to do a little bit of a review of the last month. So I do that at the end of the month. I look at, okay, what do I want to accomplish the next month? I look at my computer, what do I have to clean up? I'm not perfect. You know, like I have stuff like collecting on my desktop as well that I need to clean up. And and then I start the new month really fresh and motivated and prepared. Another technique that's very popular, I don't use it personally, but I know it's very popular and it might help you. That's why I want to mention is the Pomodoro Technique. So this is named after a kitchen timer shaped like a tomato. The Pomodoro is like Italian for tomato. It involves like working in short bursts, usually 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break. And after completing 4 cycles, take a longer break. So for me, that feels too strict, but I know it works for other people and it can really help you stay focused on one task because, you know, okay, I'm like dedicating the next 25 minutes on this task and nothing else. I'm not going to get distracted by looking at social media or by researching, I don't know, like vacation homes or something like that. I'm really focused on that one task. And then you take a little break, right? In that break, really do things like breathing, opening the window, taking a few deep breaths. Don't just like open your phone and scroll through Instagram or social media. That's not what really a break means. So yeah, it can really help people focus and boost efficiency that way and keeping procrastination at bay. Another thing that I find really important is planning things out. I mean, I used to be a project manager. I'm really organized. I love a good plan. So when I was working in an advertising agency, I loved nothing more like having a really big project. Like, I don't know, one day I did like the relaunch of the BMW website. You can imagine that quite a lot of pages. That's a lot of content. There's a lot of people you have to work with, like all the different departments. Every like car brand model has like a different department, different contact person. Then you have service, then all the things. So I love that. We had like I think like a project plan that was like 4 DIN A3 pages big, right? So you need to break it down into little steps. And I still do that in my business. For every big project, I break it down into single tasks. I use Asana. I talked about Asana before. I'm probably going to do a live again, like where I share like a little bit more about how I use Asana to stay organized in my business. It's just like the principle behind that is really to break down every project into incremental progress tasks. So they should be specific, they should be like achievable, they should be relevant, and you should know when you want to do something, right? That's like a SMART goal. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And yes, really break it down into smaller, actionable steps. For me, it's when it's in Asana as a single step and it's been assigned for the day, it gets done, right? So yeah, sometimes I have to move things around, but mostly it's like, okay, it gets done. I have planned it out. And over time, you get better at knowing how long things will take you. When you're just getting started, yeah, you're probably going to make some mistakes here and think you can do like a ton of things in a day. And in reality, you're only going to be able to do 3 things or 2 things, right? That's where I would say prioritization is really important, comes in, that you prioritize and identify the most important tasks for each day. What are the 3 most important tasks for that day? 1, 2, 3, maximum 3. And you start with those in the day, right? So you want to accomplish those tasks first. If you have more small things on your to-do list, you get them done, amazing. If some of those things have to be moved around, fine, no issue, right? Because you have those 3 things that make you feel really good about what you've accomplished. I do the same for each week. Each week I plan out, like normally on a Sunday, I plan out like the next week. I think about, okay, what are the most important things for the next week that I want to accomplish? And I do the same for each month. What are the most important things for each month that I want to accomplish? And this is also helping me stay focused and stops me from procrastinating, right? And finally, visualization and affirmations, they are so powerful in also like growing a successful business. So spend a few minutes each day visualizing your successful business outcomes, and then combine this with affirmations, so positive statements that reinforce your capabilities. Like, I attract people who want to work with me all the time. Money flows to me easily, right? So I'm inviting abundance. All those affirmations, they are so powerful. So positive statements, right, that reinforce what you can do. And by visualizing your success and repeating those affirmations, you train your mind to overcome those self-doubt that we all have and procrastination. And that's so important. Mindset work is essential as an entrepreneur. When you're an employee, you never really think about that, right? So you don't have to worry about that. You just have your task. Somebody else is telling you what to do, basically, and you can go home at the end of the day. And as an entrepreneur, it's different because you have to be so self-motivated to take action all the time. You need to have a really strong vision where you want to go. And you need to be ready to step outside of your comfort zone again and again. And like show up on video, start speaking, start sharing. And that's, like, that's scary, especially in the beginning. With everything, it gets easier with practice, a little bit, right? But use those techniques to really help you. Like, plan it out, put it on your calendar, say like, okay, on Monday, I'm going live on social media every single Monday. It's on my to-do list. That's going to help you. And when you still see yourself procrastinating there and putting it off, sit with it. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from really showing up? Or when you can't decide on a niche, right? So that's a common struggle. I just had like one call with a potential client this morning. It's like, is this really my niche? What's my next step? And she's been like sitting with it and working on it for a few months already. Ask her, like, what's stopping you? Is it really like that it doesn't feel good? Like when you take on this niche, can you see yourself like what's with the outcome? Like, you're helping these women achieve those results. You can imagine how their life changes. Does this light you up, or does it feel like heavy? And or are there some other fears stopping you, like the fear of really moving forward and taking action and creating offers, and the fear of that then maybe people won't buy, or or maybe people won't like it, or they will judge you. It's a very different step, staying in that strategy phase in your business to then moving to that really taking action business phase, which is the essential step, obviously, right? So yes, strategy is important. Being clear on your niche and your brand message is important, but you need to move forward from there. You can't stay stuck there. You shouldn't spend more than, in the beginning, maybe 4 weeks in that stage. And then you create offers and you put yourself out there, because that's the only way to really get clarity and create that momentum. That's also going to help you stop procrastination. When you see that momentum, when it's not only you anymore, like putting content out there, showing up, and you don't hear crickets back. It can feel like that when you're just getting started. You want to create that momentum, and you do that by taking action, by creating offers, by inviting people to work with you, by giving them something that they can pay to work with you, right? And then you get the feedback, and then you get the direct feedback from working with people, and that's going to help you really strengthen your vision. And it's going to create that momentum that's also help you move forward and stop procrastinating. So I hope that was helpful and interesting. So there are, of course, more things you can do. Partnership, accountability partners, take mindful breaks, move your body, all those things obviously are going to help you as well. And just remember that change takes time, and it doesn't matter what you did in the past. When you've been procrastinating in the past, don't think about it anymore. Don't worry about it anymore. Maybe sit with it, what's been stopping you, but then look forward. What can you change? One thing at a time, right? Choose one actionable step to implement in your business. So whether it's time blocking or creating like really specific tasks in your business, or finding an accountability partner, or working with a coach like me, right? One step at a time that's going to help you move forward. And then keep embracing the yogic mindset and apply it to your business journey as well. Get in touch. You can also comment below this video when you have any questions about this. And I hope it's going to help you move forward in your business. Bye for now.